Namaste, Dr. Sofiya Rangwala here. So today I want to talk to you about the coronavirus related situation and explain to you through astrology and spiritually. So if you know astrologically, in December 2019, a major conjunction of 6 planets happened, and this 6 planets conjunction has created the entire havoc. So when so many planets come together, their energies are bound to collide and they will be in a conflict, because not all planets' energies are compatible. There are some planets which will be enemy to each other, some planets which will be friends to each other. So this is called as Grah Yudh. So it's literally a planetary war that started, Okay, so because of that, the whole virus situation broke out. Now, currently, we have Saturn with Pluto, with Mars, and with Jupiter. Okay, so Saturn represents karma, and Saturn is sitting in its own sign, which is of Capricorn. Okay, so Saturn here will behave, in a very strict manner, but in a positive manner, and it is all about justice. So it is going to deliver justice to those who deserve it, and it's going to punish to those who are meant to be punished for whatever karmas that they are carrying. So that is one thing. And Pluto is a planet of death, rebirth, regeneration, and transformation. So you see, all of the old systems are breaking down. Now, we have caused so much of pollution to the planet. We have harmed the animals. We have caused so much of deforestation, right? So the way humans have been living on this planet has become very unsustainable for the planet. We have encroached on the on the forest so much. The animals have been disappearing, and without having any regards for Mother Nature, we have been just expanding and not being bothered. You see, now people are being forced to stay at home and work from home. Why were these measures not implemented earlier? You see, nobody really cared. Now, so much of pollution. Now everybody goes to work. Now those people who can work at home, they should be encouraged to work at home. But many people, despite being able to work at home, do travel to their work, which adds to the pollution, which adds to the traffic, and we need more space, right? Because more office space is also needed. So the old structures are going to break down, and only those establishments where we need to go to work only will be operational, like medical establishments. Now doctor cannot work at home, right? Government establishments, and wherever a person is needed physically to deliver their service, only those establishments will continue to work. A lot of other establishments will start working in such a way that it's easy on them, so that if another situation like this comes in the future, so they are well prepared. Okay, so this is where the Pluto is acting, it is breaking down old structures, and so is Saturn. Okay, so this is the way Saturn and Pluto are working. Now, Saturn also represents old people, and diseases. So when Mars entered into this conjunction on the 22nd of April, so what happens is that Mars and Saturn are in conflict with each other, and Mars is causing increase in the number of the infections and also increase in the number of the deaths. So many people are saying that, oh, Mars is it's Ucha, in the sense that it's exalted because it's in the sign of Capricorn. And Saturn, being in its own sign of Capricorn, is also supposed to be good. So people were expecting that when Mars and Saturn come together, things will get better. I didn't think so that way, that when Saturn and Mars will come together, it will bring any, good. No, it is the time for, karmic retributions. Okay. So Mars has actually added to the already existing effect. Yeah. And then Jupiter also entered into the conjunction. So Jupiter, wherever it goes, it causes expansion, so it has caused expansion. And that's why we are seeing an increase in the number of, the infections and the deaths everywhere in US especially, and world over. We have suddenly seen an increase. This is going to go on till 3rd or 4th of May. At the same time, what has happened is that Sun has come in the sign of Aries. Sun represents government, Sun represents governance, and establishments and law and order. and sun has come in the sign of Aries, and sun is exalted in Aries. Okay, so sun is very powerful over here. So sun is going to be very powerful. That means the cops and the governments are going to be in a powerful position right now. So we need to behave ourselves. We need to abide by the rules and the laws, and if we do not do that, the government will take stern actions, so please be careful. Okay, now is not the time to take any, unnecessary defy the government. They are doing the best that they can. The cops are doing their job and they're doing the best that they can. Please do not go out with the, defy the lockdown and do kind of silly things, so you are going to get punished. You are going to get caught, because right now, sun, the governance is in its, it is in its strong position. Okay, and so this is what it is. And going forward, by 3rd or 4th May, Mars will leave this conjunction. Mars will go into the next sign. It will go into the sign of Aquarius. Okay, and then followed by Jupiter will become retrograde, and Saturn will also become retrograde after that, so then it will kind of slow down. But then till June 29, things are not going to be very good. Post that, we can expect things to get better. All right. And then really a breather in the case of coronavirus is expected to come sometime in September, when Rahu and Ketu will completely shift. So right now it's a Kalsarp dosh, which is also present, which is causing the situation really in a bad way. So Rahu and Ketu will shift by September. They will shift into they are retrograde, so they will shift, into the next signs. So the current situation of the Rahu Ketu axis also will change. So it's only after that we can expect things to get better. So please, until then, introspect, go within, see what is it that you need to bring about a change within yourself. Now, how do you do that? There are various ways. Just sitting with yourself and just asking questions is good enough. You don't have to, if you're not into meditation, if you're not into spiritual practices, it's okay. But you just need to sit and reevaluate your life. You have to reevaluate the choices that you have made. And if you have made not very right choices, then acknowledge that, make correction in that, okay? And donate, help poor people. I know that all of us are really burdened right now because there's no income coming in, and there's the loss of jobs are there, and the businesses are not running right now. But still, acknowledge the blessings and the abundance that you have. There are others, the daily wages and the laborers, they don't have anything, they don't even have food to eat. So there are many organizations which are working, really relentlessly, trying to feed the poor, and the hungry people. So your small donation is going to really make a huge difference, and it will, good karmas will never go wasted, right? So you do good, good comes back to you. So now is the time that please watch your behavior, be mindful of your behavior, and donate whatever you can, as much as you can, with love, with kindness. Keep love and kindness in your heart, for the poor, for the needy, and do not hurt anybody unnecessary. Do not laugh, on those who are like, I see some funny, silly things, being posted, let's not indulge in those things, let's not judge as much as possible. We all tend to do that, because of anger, frustration, or just amusement. But we should realize it. When we realize our mistake, we should make the correction and avoid making the mistake again. So spiritually, there's a lot of lesson to be learned over here. Lessons for countries to learn, lessons for companies to learn, for them to make amendments of their work structure and encourage more of work from home, right? So a lot of reforms will come, going forward, and we can hope better tomorrow, but it's going to take some time. Only by next year things will start to settle down, and a lot of transformation and a lot of reforms will happen on a global level. So this is what I wanted to share with you. Thank you very much for listening. Namaste.